Hey, it's Kevin LiT out here in the Salton Sea off the shore of my new spot. My old spot was down here. New art installation, well actually new reinstallation. A few years ago I put these lights up on poles in the Salton Sea down south of my old spot, and they had long since ended up on dry land. With the drying of the Salton Sea, I have replaced all the lights and got them back out in the water here to be seen from my new place and probably in the distance from people down there. So when it gets a little darker, I'll show you what these all look like. Just straighten out the lake. Got them sunk about 4 feet into the lake bottom, and then they're up high enough that these are rain resistant, but they're not so much saltwater resistant. But they survived before because they're up high enough. They're about, I want to say about 5 feet above the surface of the water, so they won't get the brunt of the wake when it gets windy out here. Sometimes we get 30, 40 mile an hour winds. But yeah, when it gets a little bit darker, I'll show these off to you again once they are lit. 8 poles. They're about 4 feet in the water, about 5 feet out of the water. Got this lined up perfectly with mount signal in the background. And 20 or 30 more minutes, it's going to be lit, like Kevin LiT. So, I can't wait. This isn't really 100% new art of mine. It was down that way at my old spot, but the Salton Sea continues to recede. It was on dry land. No longer had the desired effect. I got them back out there. They're at least 7,500 feet out in the water, the first ones. And then the last ones are probably about 175 feet out. So hopefully they'll stay in the water for like 2 or 3 years before I have to move them again. Next thing I'm gonna do tomorrow is my boat's down that way out of frame. I gotta bring my boat down. And one thing I discovered is out here, the lake bed out here is a lot more sandier and a lot less muddy than my old spot. So I'm going to be tying up my boat somewhere near here too. Meanwhile, just kill some time, kick it for a while, wait for it to get dark. So yeah, just killing time. As soon as the sun goes down this time of year, temperature cools down to a comfortable level. Not too hot, not too cold. Can't wait for it to get a little darker and see the lights. Perfect evening for a little campfire here. Meanwhile, would you look at that? Nice color, just a little bit of color here to the north, northeast, mostly north. That's why it's always important when you're shooting, filming, or just observing the sunset. Sometimes the west isn't always the best. As evidence right here, look at that, those nice pink orange clouds. Yeah. Check that out. And a little bit later tonight, I'm gonna try shooting the Milky Way. It was nice and clear last night, so I'm gonna bust out my Canon R mirrorless camera and shoot the Milky Way, maybe over my new LiT art installation. But meanwhile, not a bad sunset. I mean, it's that tiny little smidgen of sky, but you know. And as you can see, my new art is lit. Check it out. Check out the reflections. Hell yeah. It's lit. Let's zoom in and take a little bit closer look, shall we? And there it is, reflecting on the Salton Sea. It's gonna look a little better when I do some still photos with my Canon camera. Actually, I'm gonna include a still in this video. Stay tuned just a moment. Here you go. Anyways, thanks for watching Kevin LiT. Hope you enjoyed my new art installation. Wish the cell phone video could have been a little clearer, but hopefully that still photo showed it off well. Sure to smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. Hope you had an awesome weekend. and have an awesome night.